parts of the bodies all over the house, in places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is the heads have never been found. Hands and feet and things like that. But no heads.
What's up, everybody? Hey, we are live right now. This is exciting. Jacob, how are you doing, man?
I'm great.
All right.
I'm great.
Corey, what's up, man?
Dude, I'm here. I'm in the moment.
So tonight we do not have Andrew with us, but we do have Andrew on the other side. No, you know what I'm saying? On the
I was gonna start singing "Other Side" by Chili Peppers.
You could have.
It would have been good, but I don't have a singing voice.
Should have just sang it. So tonight, guys, we are going to be speaking about the lovely state of Pennsylvania. I'm joking. It's Ohio. It's Ohio.
Lovely. You can say lovely out of there, guy.
Yeah, it's not lovely, but the paranormal aspect is pretty cool. It's pretty
Ohio
nice.
has a lot of paranormal history.
A lot of paranormal history, which is nice.
I think it just has to do with like the 13 colonies and shit, and how everybody wanted Ohio. Got to do with.
Was Ohio one of the 13 colonies?
No.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Fact checked.
No, it wasn't.
Fact checked.
What's up, guys?
I think like the people were fighting over it, like the Indians and the Cowboys. They're like, I want this shit. And they're like, this me. And they started fighting.
Oh shit, dude. He's like, all right. So yeah, guys, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna be talking about the paranormal state of Ohio. It's gonna be an interesting story. Hopefully, you know, your boy Andrew will come in clutch tonight. And right now he's doing a live investigation up in Bryan, Ohio, at Old Williams County Jail. There isn't a lot of facts about... Oh, you son of a gun. There isn't a lot of facts behind it or anything. But what I do know... It's in Bryan, Ohio. What's up, Beth? The paranormal activity, there's poltergeist activity, solitary confinement. It always has a very and an intense feel to it. People have felt dizzy and mentally off, like Jacob. And then the old sheriff still roams the hallways. Former inmates have been seen and heard. And this is where Andrew's at right now. So this is the interesting fact. Hopefully, you like my Aunt Leslie. Thugged out.
What? Did you just put me on a fucking Snapchat filter?
Dude, send that to me.
What the flip?
So that's where Andrew's at right now. He's about, I want to say roughly about 2 hours away. So hopefully the boy shows up because he needs to, get up in here.
Well, hopefully he catches some spooky dookie.
Yeah, some spooky dookie. So guys, what do you guys think about this right now?
What do you mean? About Andrew's situation?
Yeah, and what he's doing.
Well, is he like fully in there doing it now? Like,
I don't know.
Have you not heard from him?
No, I think he died.
I was gonna say this is slightly concerning. Maybe he's dead.
He fell off a high ledge and...
He probably did, and he's all right. Then we can.
No, but genuinely, I feel like Andrew's actually really scared right now.
That jail's it was a 2-story building, right? Like 2-3 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very bad at responding. But he's busy doing his thing right now. So again, I'm gonna try to make this a long episode. If you guys hop off, cool. I'm gonna keep it going. I just want to see how far we can get with this on the 13th podcast. Do you guys not share locations? No, he just told me where he's at. I know where he's at right now.
But we don't know if he made it there.
He made it there. I asked him if he made it there. He made it there around around 4. So that's gonna be cool. So old Williams. Hey, here's Trisha. Old Williams bar and grill. Just kidding. It's the old prison. So, so other than that, guys. So when it comes to the state of Ohio, I've went on one ghost investigation, but that was just by myself and Andrew and the Ghost Sisters, and we went out there and we went to Old Whitey's Bar in Marion, Ohio. It was our first ever investigation, hoping to God that we would catch something. But unfortunately, not a lot happened at all. A lot of smell of mildew and limestone. Limestone is a really good thing to debunk shit. It always gives you a really heavy feeling when you're around limestone. So that's why a lot of people say that, it feels like someone's watching me, and you're like in an old house. Limestone can do that. It's a reason. Yeah, it's just what it does to people. It's weird as fuck.
Like I'm being watched. Nah, Bubby, that's just a limestone.
That's just that's just a limestone, boy.
It's like going through his like moonshine.
What's up, Amanda Chandler?
Plant, and he's like I'm buying watch, buddy.
Yeah, so it's basically, it's just weird, man, because like that's what people believe in. That's what I believe in. It's stupid, but and then electrical currents make you feel like that. So if you're downstairs and you're near your power box and stuff, the electrical currents can make you feel just a little off.
There was this
How are you?
When we were out camping, I went to go grab, because we had like Christmas lights hanging up around our hot tub in our cabin. I went to go plug it back in. I fucking shocked myself. That shit hurt so bad.
Did you feel like you were being watched?
No. But my body felt heavy.
Are you sure about that?
Probably.
Why did you do that?
Okay, wait, hold
I
on.
was like fucking 8 years old, dude. I don't know.
So Jacob, that being my old bedroom, before you put the flags on, did that window right there behind your Suicide Boys flag ever make you feel weird?
Yeah, that's why I put that fucking flag right there.
Literally. That window, not even the one by Jacob. There's another one in front of Jacob, but the one back there behind that flag made me feel so weird. And the thing is
that where the dude was looking?
It wasn't. No, that was the pink house when that happened. But that house, one day we were looking. Were you with me, Jacob? Whenever we seen that like face imprint on that window?
I think so.
There was like, you know how like if you press your face up against a window and there's like a grease stain, like a smudge?
Yeah.
There was a face imprinted on my window.
That's why I put that flag right there. Because I get an uncomfortable feeling like every time I went to bed and I could just look up and see that window.
Yeah, that's not.
Realistically, it's just pork chops fat ass at the window wanting some grapes.
You guys gotta be nice to that pig. Thank you, Amanda.
I am nice.
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob takes care of that pig.
You love that pig.
Jacob does. That's Jacob's homie.
I'm not talking about the pig. You need to delete that damn sound off your soundboard.
He's about to have an Andrew moment.
The vein's gonna pop out. But anyways, guys, so yeah, we're gonna talk about some of our paranormal experiences. I really want to dig deep into Jacob's brain when it comes to the paranormal. We've heard Corey's, and then dude, old man Rick. There
Plumber?
you go. Yeah, old man Rick, man.
What's up, Rick?
What up, Rick Plumber? So Jacob,
Plumber.
man, what's good with you? Have you ever had anything like, paranormal happen to you or unexplained events happen to you and you just can't wrap it around your brain?
Well, there was this one time I was walking into the basement. This was like a while back. Corey, I think this is when you still lived with us.
Is it whenever I was living in the basement or in that room?
Hey, don't forget to share this out, guys.
I think when you lived like in the basement, like outside.
When we were roommates?
Yeah, when we were roommates. There was this one time I was walking downstairs back down to my room, and the laundry room door just shut.
Which is weird because there's no airflow down there.
Thank you, Brody.
Right, there's no airflow down there. But it just slowly like shut, and it latched all the way. It slowly shut, and then it latched. I was like, what the fuck?
The pink house, dude. One time, mom's bedroom door was completely latched. The door handle twisted and opened.
Well,
On the
in like a
pink house?
devil's advocate way, if you want to try to like, how would you think that would be debunked?
You can't. I would just like to imagine that maybe it wasn't latched, and I just think that it really was because I was really young. But
Yeah.
I was the only one home, and I remember leaving the house, calling mom, saying the house is haunted. I was like crying, and I was walking down the street to the basketball court.
Okay, that's
That basketball court was very close to the house.
Yeah.
Only a few blocks down.
was it
Yeah.
like Sunset Park or something?
No, so kind of by where Steve lives, you know where that baseball fields are
Yeah.
over there? It was that.
Jewel Street.
Jewel Street. We lived on Jewel Street.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Jacob, so you experienced a door open and close. Are you sure you're seeing it, or is it like, are you past it?
What do you mean I passed it?
You know, you just put it in the back of your brain and keep going.
Yeah.
No, has there ever been like any other like experience that you've experienced?
No.
At all? That's it?
I think that's
Never
about
even
it.
like a weird feeling or like going somewhere and you're like,
Well,
oh, this is not
This
right.
is like a continuing feeling. Every time you know where our sink is, Corey? Like our kitchen sink?
Yeah?
Anytime at night I'm like filling up water.
Is it the hallway?
The fucking hallway. I feel like somebody's watching me through the damn hallway, dude.
Dude,
I
it's
hate
remember,
that
all right,
hallway.
so you know when we first moved in, before that window right there by the front door was like glazed over? You know how we put that like
Yeah.
frosting kind of on it? I
Yeah.
used to swear that either something was in the hallway looking at me when I was in the kitchen,
I feel like I
Or-
remember you saying that.
or just that window.
I remember
But-
like one day you was getting ready for school and you was like, dude, look, there's something fucking looking at me. And I looked over and there's like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I feel like I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
yeah, because no, that hallway, it's not, because like in our kitchen, you've got towards the living room or the dining room, and then you've got the hallway towards the front door. And that other hallway towards the dining room never gave me a weird feeling.
Old
But
man
the
Rick's just said one of the houses I used to live in Franklin, it was built on top of an old cemetery.
Ooh.
I mean, honestly, man,
You ever heard those houses that were built on like
Indian mounds.
yeah, like the Indian like burial grounds? And they're like super fucking haunted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's like one thing that you're not supposed to mess with Indian burials.
No, dude,
At all.
Yeah.
that's what
Like-
Poltergeist is made around. You know, Indian burial shit. Especially the first one. But the thing is, dude, there are certain spirits, entities, or something out there, regardless if you don't believe it or not. Dude, there's something out there, regardless of what situation or what you believe in. Like when it comes to Indian stuff, Native Americans. You know, you got the, what are they called?
Brandy'sburg Mound. You know that mound that you can go to and walk up the stairs?
We used to go to that all the time.
Yeah, we used to have cookouts out there, family reunions. But so there's a reason it's fenced off, though, right? Like, I mean, obviously respect for the dead, but
Yeah.
Did they
Now-
bury them like in that
isn't it
hill?
notoriously bad luck to touch their sacred ground or
Always.
something? Like that?
Always.
Like,
Always. It's always going to be scary. But the Indians have like some spiritual stuff, some magical stuff. What are their doppelgangers called when they turn into animals?
oh, skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
That's some bad juju. Don't mess with it.
I feel like I've seen one before, dude.
See?
hear
it.
See?
I could swear
See?
up and down. I think I've seen one.
Explain.
Well, because there was one time me and one of my other buddies that owned a Miata over in like Hamilton or Monroe. I went up to his house because we were gonna do a late like photo shoot with our cars, and we're going down this back road and we're getting footage, but we can't really see nothing. So I turn my lights off so my like low beam headlights are on, and then they take a left at a stop sign. So I took the left, and then there was a four-way stop, and I fucking split from the group completely. And I remember I was like, fuck it. I'm just going back home.
What?
I pull up Google Maps to go home, and I'm driving, and like the area I'm in, it's like a kind of like a deceleration zone because you're about to make like a fucking hairpin turn back up.
Yeah.
It was when I got close to that, I was looking down at my phone to see how far I was at home from home, and I look up and there's this fucking gray, like human-ish dog stance kind of fucking creature sitting in the middle of the road, and I just barely fucking missed it. I barely missed it, but then through that like deceleration hairpin, I just fucking floored it. I just floored the damn car up that fucking hairpin. I was like, fuck it, I'm getting it the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah, I literally went like
Hey, what's up,
20 over the
Slacks?
speed and went back home.
Dude, that's
That's
It
terrifying.
could have been a fucking dog for all I know, but I think I seen one because it looked
Andrew
like
is
fucking-
on an investigation right now.
It looked like it had wet skin,
Ugh.
like slimy, like catfish skin. And I was like, what the
Bro,
fuck?
that's the Ohio. What's the? Don't we have like a frog man?
Yeah, we honestly do, but that's in Loveland. What part were you in again?
Motherfucker must have traveled downstream, I swear to God.
What part were you in?
They're making a movie on the frog man. Did you know that?
I did not. I want to see that. Jacob, where were you at when that happened?
I don't fucking remember.
Germantown.
I don't fucking know, dude. That's gonna.
Well, he said his buddy was from Hamilton. Were you guys? Were you like far away? Like how far from home were you?
Well, that
Shit.
if you were out in Oxford, dude, there's a bunch of
Oh no, I remember what we were doing. That fucking story is completely wrong. We went to a small natural park, and we fucking mixed bottles of Coke and like acid, from like battery acid, not like fucking the drug, but we mixed Coke and like I think it was sulfuric acid or battery acid, and if you shake it up, it fucking explodes. So we were doing.
I was about
that
to
in
talk
a
about that,
park.
Rick.
We were talking about that, or we were doing it. Fuck you, fuck me up, Arthur. We were doing that in a park, and it got super late, and he was like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna do like rollers of our cars," and that's how it happened. I fucking split from the group.
Where was that at though?
Fuck it. I think honestly it was somewhere in Fairfield.
Fairfield.
'Cause I remember we went to a gas station, and I took the letters on the. You know how like, we went to a Speedway and it says Speedy Rewards.
Yeah.
Well, I took the sign, like the letters on the signs, and switched it to say Speedy Retards. And then we fucking left. That's where we all like met up, and I fucking took the letters on that sign and I think I got a fucking picture of it.
Don't show it. Don't show it. Don't show it. Don't show it. Just send it in
Here,
group
I'll send
chat.
it- Yeah, I'll send it.
Let's get back on subject. No, so like Fairfield, dude. Fairfield is close to Oxford, and Oxford's close to Camden, and well, like, in a way, but there's a lot of stuff that goes out there. And like Rick said, in Germantown has a Butler Street werewolf, and this has been told since the 1940s. I had a dude message me about the Germantown werewolf. And he sent me this drawing that he drew of it because he said he's seen it. And dude, the picture itself is rather spooky. Let me see if I can find this picture. It's a really cool picture.
While you search for that picture, I will talk about something.
Okay.
So you remember my friend Logan, Jacob?
Yeah,
Short redhead?
What's up, Beth?
his nose looks like this, and he's like,
Yeah, yeah. The dude that looks like a toucan.
yeah.
So you know that gym where you used to like practice driving your Miata when you first got it? Down
Yeah.
there, like Grandview Outlet. So before that gym was there, it was an abandoned, like, it was just abandoned. And me and Logan snuck in through the back one day, and we walked in there, and in the middle of the room was a teddy bear hung on its neck by a rope. Just in the middle of the room. And from the waist down was like shredded, and like the stuffing was hanging out. So we were like poking around at that with sticks, and there's like a closet area off to the right, so like there's like a bathroom and stuff over there.
So kind of like a dressing room kind of
We-
area.
We heard a scream, like not like a woman. It was more childlike, really, and it wasn't really like a scream. It was like a yell. And I remember how fast me and him ran, dude. We ran out of there so quick. Like me being fat, I outran him.
I know exactly. It wasn't. He didn't send me this. He sent it on a comment, and I forget what comment it was. And I think it was the picture right before we went on our first investigations up in Marion, Ohio. And I'm trying to find that because that's the only time someone commented on Facebook, I think. And it's in the pictures itself about this Wolfman is it's a little rough. The drawing is, but it's nothing. It's not like, oh my God, it's the Wolfman. Know what I'm saying?
No.
No, I feel it.
No.
Now, like when it comes to the Wolfman, I don't know if I want to believe that at all. Beth, you didn't really miss much. Honestly, you missed a lot, but since you gotta catch it up on Spotify. But the thing is about it is it's hard to believe. I want to believe it
with everything paranormal, right?
Yeah. Anything. I'm not even gonna find it.
You don't really want to believe it.
So like when it comes to ghost, my ex-wife's grandmother, a very no-nonsense woman, swears to it jumped on her car over hood.
The Wolfman.
The Wolfman. The Germantown Wolfman.
Who said that?
Rick.
Okay.
I mean, that's interesting. I want to believe it. I really do.
Here's one that my grandma told me. So they lived on an old house in Franklin called on Mintz Road. It's Mintz Road. It was actually a church before it was their house. And my grandma said one night she was sleeping in the bed, and she swears up and down that she was awake, not a dream. But she like woke up, couldn't move. It kind of sounds like sleep paralysis. But
yeah.
She said four dudes on horses came in the room and were around the bed and were like chanting and weird shit like that. And they had like dark robes on covering like the classic like Lord of the Ring looking shit. Like the Witch King or whatever his name is. I can't remember. Sauron. Like he has like these horsemen that'll go out and hunt Frodo for the ring. The way she described them is the way I view them looking is like that from the movie. But she said there was 4 of them around her bed, and the whole bed was shaking. And I don't know if she's just old and had like sleep paralysis episode or something for the first time in her life, but that seems like a bit extreme for sleep paralysis.
Dude, yeah, that sounds more of either a lot of people think that in their past life, they're like it shows through the dreams. I think of that when it comes to dreams, man. It's either stuff that we've already lived or stuff that we're going to live.
Oh, dude.
Well, I was gonna say, like, what about the dreams where you're you, right? And things that are relative to you are happening. Like if I have a dream and you're in it, Arthur.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How does that come into play, though? Are you saying that's like a future thing, like that's going to happen in the future, and then that's where like deja vu comes into play?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
like
I swear I've
like when someone says
before.
like, we crossed paths before. We've had to. Even if they're not there, dude, you've probably seen them in your dreams. It's something that you make up in your head that happens. I think deja vu is a coincidental thing. But
that's
I also
like at the tattoo shop when me and James were having that conversation. I think I told you about this. We were having that conversation. Joey walked in and he was like, "All right, everybody, shut up because I'm literally predicting your words in my head. This exact moment has played out. I swear." And we were like, "No, we've never talked about this. Like this just happened yesterday."
I found the picture. So take a step back on, and Rick, give me a second. I'll look at that in just a second. And guys, don't forget to share this out and like. So the picture I'm about to show you, which is right here.
That's it?
That's what people have been seeing.
That's a raccoon on steroids.
That's a raccoon on.
That's a bear, but the bear wasn't like fat.
But that's what he drew up.
Bears, dude.
And it stands on its feet, well taller than a pickup truck on its bed. That's just like some Mothman stuff right there.
Yeah.
That's some scary stuff. But to touch base into the paranormal aspect, we're getting Framinton Road off of Butler Street. There is a small grave site that has 5 or 6 graves. One night, my ex mother-in-law was walking home about midnight, and she said a man dressed in all black was sitting on the big headstone. I believe that.
Did he have a hat?
Ooh, I hope not.
Hold on, I'll wait for Rick to reply on that
What do
because...
you mean he had a hat?
Hold on.
Babadook.
No, not the Babadook. So the Babadook, the look of the character is based off of... So there's a weird thing called the Hat Man,
We just watched that. He said
Babadook?
yes, he was dressed in an old Western clothing.
Right, with the top hat kind of thing. Which, so it was like a big thing back in the day, and it was everybody across the world was seeing this one guy, the Hat Man. They would call it the Hat Man. It was like a dark, shadowy, dressed in all black figure wearing like a top hat, like Western style hat. And I was just curious as to like what the fuck the Hat Man is. More so.
The Hat Man Ghost. And I'll save a picture, and I'll show everybody this picture of the Hat Man. Oopsies. Whoopsie daisies, everybody.
Speaking of Babadook, I got Trish to watch It last night.
Good for you. Good. She like it?
No.
Was it scary for her?
Clowns, dude.
Clowns. That's a terrible movie to show a person that has a phobia of clowns. Excuse
It was
me.
either that or Terrifier.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right.
It is okay. Where the fuck is it? Anyways, guys, it's just again look up the Hat Man and look up the silhouette of it. It's literally a man in a hat.
So here's like a rundown of it. It says it is not a new
A
phenomenon.
black
for about
cowboy
a-
hat.
Black
He had
cowboy
long
hat.
a black cowboy hat. He had long black hair and pale skin.
So the Babadook.
The Babadook.
No, because the Babadook has a top hat. But it says it's not a new phenomenon. For about as long as written records have existed, people have described a frightening nighttime vision that paralyzes them with fear and seems to suck the breath right out of them, often by pressing directly upon their chest. The shape of the frightening figure occasionally varies, but victims usually report feeling utterly paralyzed with terror and breathless, as if fear had frozen them from the inside out, said the site. The strange vision is remarkably consistent from one account to the next, which is what I was talking about. How everybody, like from across the world, had the same experience. Added Rolling Stone. It's the tall silhouette of a man in a brimmed hat, a presence that tends to appear when you're in bed at night, somewhere between sleep and consciousness. So it wouldn't have been the Hat Man if they were walking and seen it, but this is more of like a
Like
in
sleep
your
paralysis.
dream or yeah. But like, so we know sleep paralysis is real, right? But where does the paranormal tie into that? Because if everybody's seeing the same thing from sleep paralysis, which would be the Hat Man, what's his deal?
He's a dick.
Like, does that to you confirm that it's paranormal, or do you think that that's just a weird coincidence? I'd like to chop it up to a weird coincidence, and I'm pretty sure it's been debunked. But at the same time, like, when you have so many people saying the same thing, and this is before the internet existed, so there wasn't a way to just go tweet about it, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, dude, hell yeah, I agree."
I've been with
yeah,
that.
definitely.
Beth just said, I've heard people with sleep paralysis I have seen, but I have never seen him, thankfully. And then Rick said, oh shit. I thought it was
this
Andrew.
dude?
Oh, Jacob pulled it up. Yep, that's the Hat Man figure. That's like it's as simple as that. It's just a shadowy hat figure. Trish said that her cousins, Bailey and Joey, have seen the Hat Man.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen other things and experienced other situations when I get sleep paralysis.
So they say that everybody almost has sleep paralysis once in their lifetime.
I had
and
one.
very rarely will you have it twice. I've never had sleep paralysis.
I don't personally remember mine, but Kristen, she told me that I was sleeping one night and I woke up and I jumped straight out of bed and I told her, "Why weren't you stopping him?" She was trying to calm me down. I don't remember anything. And I said that there was somebody in the room and they were jumping on my chest. Literally. And I guess the way it was, I
Well,
was
that
describing.
makes me wonder if you were going through sleep paralysis and then broke out of the paralysis and jumped up as a response.
I guess. I don't know.
Because in sleep paralysis, you can't move, dude.
No.
Like, at all.
Well, I
It's
guess
weird.
she said that I was like, she caught me. Literally. Like right then and there, because she was the one that woke me up.
Yeah.
She said that I was just like freaking the fuck out, couldn't move, saying that someone is jumping on my chest, and then I shot up real quick and I told her why didn't she get this person off of me, and I laid right back down, fell asleep. Don't remember shit. She said it scared the living daylights out of her. Each time I've had sleep paralysis, I remember everything. I don't remember shit. I don't remember nothing. And then Rick said I haven't seen anything when it hits me. Now, when it comes to the Hat Man, there's more entities out there that are like urban legends when it comes to the paranormal. The Lady in White is everywhere.
Right, but now you're getting like Bloody Mary terminology, or like territory, not terminology, but like the Hat Man I think is different than an urban legend because it's like confirmed that people did see this, right? So
But
like,
who's the Lady in White and where did it start?
You're talking
I
about
don't know
Batman.
too much about the Lady White.
I don't either.
Lady in White.
That it's always the Lady
I
in
know.
White.
I know there's a Supernatural episode on it. It's like one of the first ones.
I don't want to mess with it, dude. But when it comes to the state of Ohio, dude, we have a lot of locations.
Yeah.
Isn't
One of which we went to and didn't know that it was the most haunted.
You guys think we should go
one of
to,
the most haunted places.
You think we should go to Crybaby Bridge?
I've been.
Yeah, dude. There's so many baby bridges. A really well known one was in Westchester, but that got taken down. Then there was another one up in Gratis, which was Fudge Road.
What's that one thing in Ohio called like the Devil's?
The Devil's
it's like
Backbone.
No. There's another one that's like a sewer pipe, right? And it's called like the Devil's
Asshole?
It's something the Devil's Hole or something like that. It's not his asshole.
No, I don't know.
No, that was in like either Kentucky or Tennessee.
Is it called the
'cause I
Devil's
went-
Hole? Okay.
I went to it once. It's like a
Oh, you're talking about that trail that we
water-
walked? The Devil's
Yeah.
Staircase? The Devil's
oh, that's what
Staircase.
that was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Devil's Staircase is in Ogonia.
Yeah, it's called Devil's Hole. It's literally on Devil's Hole Road, Ohio. It's in Ohio.
Oh,
Devil's
okay.
Hole Road. That's the name of the road. But there's like a.
What is on her phone?
She was. Oh, this?
Is that a monkey?
Nah, dude, it's a little baby. Why is it stuck in? Hold on, we're having technical difficulties. It's an angel baby.
Okay.
I just unplugging her phone in, but she pulled it up and it says, yeah. So the Devil's Hole. It's not a sewer pipe at all. It's literally like a cave system, but it's like it's like a portal looking like hole.
I think
Do we
we
go
went to that.
spelunking? Is that what we're doing? Are we going spelunking in the Devil's Hole?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
You don't
not
wanna
going
deal-
spelunking, dude.
I'll do it.
I will have a fucking
I don't do
cave.
caves, my guy.
Neither do
Yeah, I don't do cave spiders, dude.
I don't do
Those
tight spaces. will
I do tight
freak
spaces.
the Fuck out in there, dude. I will lose it in there, dude.
Jacob.
Alright, dude.
Yeah, I think that's something that we need to explore and find. When it comes to like the satanic stuff, dude, Camden's really bad with it. There's an area and a lot of burial Indian burial grounds out there that are super supernatural, super. And that is where a lot of people see what's the our thing called, the Indian side when they turn into animals?
They'll say it. It's actually Trish informed me after I said it that you're not supposed to say it. We'll just call them walkers.
Walkers.
We'll say that.
You're not supposed to say it?
Apparently, if you say the term, it attracts them to you. So, like,
Oh, I don't need
it's a
that.
Navajo thing, and then it's also apparently,
We'll respect it.
yeah, it's like a cultural thing. Respect
Okay.
it because they believe that if you say it, it attracts them to you.
When you're
And it's
dealing
huge in the
with
Appalachian Mountains, which is close to us because Virginia. and stuff like
Camden
that.
is really well known for the walkers. I don't know if it's crazy. Oh, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew's here.
So Andrew is at Old Williams.
Andrew can take the spotlight.
What's
I'll
up,
sit here and
Andrew?
watch and see what's going on.
Andrew, turn your camera on, my guy. Come on.
That's not Andrew, guys.
It's not Andrew.
That's not Andrew.
You're not.
No, you gotta let me do it.
No, that wasn't. That was just me fucking like this.
Oh nope, that's Andrew.
What's up, Andrew?
He's probably setting his gear up right now.
What's up, man? You look disappointed.
Yeah, everything's dying.
Good.
Nothing will stay charged.
Yeah.
Wait,
so,
isn't that a sign of paranormal activity in itself when all of your equipment's batteries drain fast?
Supposedly.
but what does that mean, though? Do you think that place where you're at right now is high on the paranormal chart?
No.
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 Are you allowed to show us what you see right now?
What is it? What are they?
We're in a room.
Really? Is it just you guys?
Yeah.
Take us around for a second. Let's see what you got. The haunted Brian. Look at this.
Is that a Ouija board?
Yep.
Oh my
Good on
god.
that, bro. Good on that, broski.
No.
Hey, the camera quality looks killer, dude.
That's
Surprisingly,
my phone.
it looks
Are you on your
good.
phone?
So, how big is this place?
It's not too big. There's like 2 drunk tanks. And then there's solitary confinement upstairs. But there's nothing coming through.
Is it as dusty as Old Whitey's bar?
It's pretty bad.
Does
Is
it
it?
stink?
Does it stink? No, don't stink.
Huh.
Now,
Probably the
Very
limestone.
cold.
are you able to show us where the cells are?
You can't see. There's no light.
Don't you have a flashlight?
Not that's charged.
Is it all dead?
Everything's dead.
That's what we said earlier, dummy.
Which is
I
weird.
went through
You know
8 batteries
you know
on
the
my
bunker?
IR cameras.
The bunker at land, dude.
Yeah. What's up,
I'll
Heather?
go into that after Andrew's done, because that's a whole nother story. But
So you're in a room right now. What room are you in the old prison?
This is where they would do central booking.
Really? Now, can you show us
Yeah.
around real quick? Just in that room?
He just showed the room off. Right?
I know, just actually like detailedly show it.
so is that like the window where
There's
they
a
would like?
safe that was in a evidence locker, riot helmets, evidence reports from 1980, evidence report from 89, old typewriter from 86, has a spacing problem,
Hey, that typewriter's cool, man.
calculator.
calculator?
Heather Bug just said that I'm a medium, but I have shut it off a long time ago because I got possessed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. We need more.
Yeah, we need
Wait,
more.
actually, no. We're not gonna like ask somebody if she shut it off. Then you don't.
Yeah, you don't want to bring that back. No bad juju and that stuff.
Yeah. So
What
don't
was
share it if you don't want to. But
So Andrew, how long are you there tonight?
For 2 more hours.
Really?
I don't know if you can see, but this is one of the stories. One of the things on the evidence locker, evidence report, was a couple stole a bunch of bowling pins.
And they got arrested for it?
Yep,
I wonder if it was Twisty.
Might have been.
all these bowling pins.
Whoa, dude, that's a lot of bowling pins.
Holy
like, actually.
crap.
Dude, were they selling them on Facebook or something?
I have no idea.
So, when was this building built, Andrew?
1860s.
Jesus.
Definitely weren't selling them on Facebook.
I was
No.
about to say that.
They were selling that out the back of horse wagons.
They had the little huts put up.
So, what room are you walking in right now?
Get your bowling pins.
Central booking.
Central booking.
Yeah.
Now, so what's the most active activity? What's the most active area?
Rec room,
What's the rec room?
where they used to lift weights.
Why though?
I don't know. A bunch of women came through there, but the women's block is right next door to it, and then it goes to solitary confinement and segregation.
Now, what are their paranormal reports? We lost them, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The minute
Paranormal reports. You got a little girl upstairs in the sheriff's office. A little weird. What else was it? There was a woman upstairs that an investigation crew had talked to a couple times that they had came through here. She ended up saying her favorite flowers were lilacs, so they bought her a vase of lilacs and left them upstairs for her. Instead they get a bunch of EVP recordings, I've probably recorded over 100 EVPs and got nothing.
Well, usually you got to go back on the EVPs, right?
I do EVP bursts, so I go back as soon as I do them.
Oh, okay. I wonder if like you can get it on your computer or something, afterwards, and really dive into the audio and see if you can slightly with the headphones on and
enhance
stuff.
the actual EVP
Yeah.
itself. That's a
'Cause That's
possibility.
usually when they catch the stuff is like nights after, I feel. But I mean,
That's after they do the editing and fake their shit, but
okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
fair.
no, it really is just editing. It's editing software. You're able to hear everything that's on that EVP recorded through your headphones if you have them. And I have my videos with me, so.
And so far, you got your trail cams?
The trail cams are completely busted and won't turn on at all with new batteries in them. All my IR cameras for my infrared and my night vision, they'll last for 2 minutes and then shut off instantly.
Which is
All my mics have done the same thing, and my actual vlog camera is doing the same thing now.
so you can't chop that up to faulty equipment, dude, because that's way too many pieces of equipment to be faulting like that.
That's 8 brand new batteries through those cameras that are completely dead.
Yeah, dude, you can't. That's
That
The
alone
only
is
camera that has lasted this long is my GoPro, and it just died. I went to put the new battery in it, and it said it was completely dead too. And I just took it off a charger.
that's so strange.
Other than that, we've heard.
Do you
We've
feel like
heard-
that's paranormal?
Do I feel that my battery drainage is paranormal? I feel
Yeah.
if they're draining that much energy from my equipment, then I should be able to hear a lot more or get some kind of evidence of something through an EVP or through my spirit box. But I've gotten a couple intelligent responses on the spirit box, like yes, and a name or two here and there.
Now, can you explain to these people and what a spirit box is?
So there's different types of spirit boxes, but what a spirit box does is it sweeps through radio frequencies, AM or FM, and it uses that to speak to you. Kind of like if you've ever seen Bumblebee and how Bumblebee used to speak
With
when he
the
got his
radio
voice box crushed.
frequencies and stuff?
Radio frequencies, yeah. So the one I use is called a personal link IDC device that was made by J.W. Prather. It sweeps. It's a personal link, so my finger goes on this antenna port, and I'm the antenna instead of using an actual antenna. So they use my energy for that.
Which is
to
real
speak
because if
to-
you touch radio antennas, it messes up the quality of a radio if you're listening to it. So I can see where that works.
Now it's a good thing tonight, Andrew, because if you're on this podcast and something happens, dude, we're gonna hear it, and we're gonna be there for it. And I think that's the coolest part about this, because here you are in an old 1830s prison doing an investigation live on the 13th podcast. And who else has done that? Jacob.
Jacob.
I'll lose my mind.
But-
But off your soundboard.
But this is neat, man. Now, when at a scale of 1 to 10, how haunted do you think this place is?
2.
A 2. What? Okay, so that's more than 1. So why a 2 though?
I've gotten some intelligent responses, but nothing mind-boggling.
Okay. Do you believe the
I
stories
think
they
it's
told
more
you?
of like a residual haunt than any kind of, bad spirit or anything lingering here.
Were you wanting it to be bad spirits?
Yes.
I'm someone who I don't care.
He's trying to get these answers that
Well, I get that, but I also know Andrew's the one that's like more like
Spiritual?
on the demon level of belief and stuff like that, where you kind of believe the demon stuff and all that good.
Heather Bug just said there will be some action in a cell 4 cells down from the door. Somebody's doing research right now.
4 cells down from like the main.
Yeah,
like,
4 cells
entrance?
down from the door.
There's not 4 cells.
There's not 4
There's
cells.
not their ash.
Yeah.
Huh. How many cells are there?
There's 2.
There's only 2 in this whole building?
No, there's 2 that was Gen Pop.
What's Gym Pop?
General
Population.
Oh, okay. So how
The
many...
rest are segregation, isolation. So they put the murderers, the rapists, and unfortunately the black people in.
But it's not funny.
You're the one who laughed.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm just.
No, I mean Bryan, Ohio, in itself is pretty. It's a pretty cool history behind it. They had one of their first hangings down the street here. It was a bigger white dude who was in business. Had smashed a woman's head into
Holy
a tree knot.
shit.
Locked a woman in his basement or in the library. She was in a library downstairs. He went down, smashed her head, beat the shit out of her, walked back upstairs, waited a couple hours, came back and done it again. And they did a public hanging right down the street from here. Then you've got the microbrewery down the street that is Father.
They hung him twice.
The Father. They hung him twice. So the first time they went to hang him, he said, "Can you make my rope shorter?" So they obliged. They said, "Okay, sure." Well, when they did that and they kicked it out from underneath him, he just hung there smiling at the crew, at the town, because it wasn't going to kill him. It didn't snap his neck.
Really?
Right, because you need a longer rope so that fall
So it would
catches
snap.
you. Yeah. So he knew what he was doing. He was just trying to troll the town, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then he got it again, and then it worked.
Yeah. There's a bunch of places here in Bryan, Ohio that are supposedly haunted, but microbrewery, Father John's microbrewery, he's not a father at all. He's a father, but he's not like a priest or anything like that. But what he does, the reason why he goes by Father John or called it Father John, he goes to these like very religious countries, and he takes relics from there, brings them back to his microbrewery, and sets them for display in his basement.
Oh my god.
When he was digging the basement out, there was a casket in the ground. He walked away from it, bought a piece of glass, cut it outright, put it over the casket, hung a cross from above it, and now it's on display.
Really?
Right there.
You can have dinner right on top of the casket. Don't know whose casket it is or what's in it, but it's one of his relics.
He never opened it.
Nope.
What? And this is in Ohio.
Yes, up north.
How far away from Dayton?
Probably about 2 hours. 2.5 hours. It's past Defiance. It's about 30 minutes from Michigan.
Oh my gosh, you're that far up there?
Michigan's not that far. Michigan's like 3 hour drive.
Yeah, it was 2 hours and 45-minute drive.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Worth
that
it
makes
though,
sense.
wasn't it? Did you get a hotel for the night?
No.
You driving home?
Yep.
That's good, smart.
Yeah. So, do you know who Nick Groff is?
No.
Nick Groff.
No.
Okay. Well, he was the creator of Ghost Adventures,
Okay.
right? And ended up leaving Ghost Adventures back in 10 years ago. Well, now he has his own show. I can't remember what it's called right now. But the guy that runs that or does the technical equipment, does all the experiments, who brought me this spirit box, he is on that show and is on every episode just about.
Really?
He was a pretty cool dude. He was like, this is what we've found. We come here all the time. And gave me a bunch of pointers, who to listen to, who not to listen to.
What do you?
Which was funny, bro.
Why do you laugh about that?
Because he's like, have you ever done an investigation before? I said, yeah, back in October, me and my buddy from the 13th podcast did an investigation at the Old Whitey's Tavern out there in Marion. And he's like, I'm going to guess that was with Mandy. I was like, yeah. He's like, he said all kinds of stuff I'm not going to say, but he's like, yeah, I got my own opinion on how things work with that one, and pretty much she just wants to be on TV. I was like,
I could see that.
yeah. But yeah, he was pretty cool. They've got a bunch of locations they've got out here, a bunch of locations throughout Ohio, a bunch of locations that Nick Groff has done. The only one he hasn't done through the Paranormal Underground, which is what he runs, what the Austin runs, which is the Underground Paranormal, which is how I found this place, is the Village that I really want to do. It's got like 11 buildings on it.
And that's the one.
Is that close to like Troy, Tip City?
Yeah.
Okay, because I used to drive past that like all the time when I lived up there. There's a village,
yeah.
and you can go there and walk around. It's literally like a early.
It's a museum.
colonization. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it definitely. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie like The Witch or whatever, but it kind of reminds me from like that Pilgrim era.
Now that is the investigation where you wanted all four of us to be there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can't do 11 buildings by myself.
No, and I think that'd be a great idea. We'll bring out the mystery.
Wait, we need a mystery
guys,
and we need a dog named Scooby.
That'd be Ethan. Old man Rick said he'd be down to do the Village. Cool. More people to better when it comes to investigations. Honestly, not
that is the fucking lie.
That is the biggest lie.
That is the worst.
8 people tops.
In the world.
8 people tops.
One person.
When it comes to a group of people, I think it needs to be between 4 and 5.
No.
When it comes to
4.
square footage.
With 11 buildings, though, you can cover a lot of ground with 5 people.
Oh, hell yeah. We'll do isolations. We'll do EVP sessions, EVP burst.
Who are you speaking for? Because I know it ain't me, buddy.
Huh?
You think I'm going to isolate myself in some old village house? You've got another thing coming, bro.
Oh, we're going to... I didn't do it last time because I kind of wimped out. But I'm willing.
Is that where you plug like a thing of headphones up to the like voice reader thing?
What is that called, Andrew?
What's that method called? Yeah.
That's this method.
Yeah.
Now we did that up in at the Whitey's bar, and some weird things were happening when it came to like bringing up my mom and stuff. And one thing that Mandy did worry me about is when she started asking about like one of my old best friends that died. That was weird. I think she should just stick to medium and actual ghost hunting itself. But when it comes to what she was doing with how you say it?
That's this method.
Yeah, that one. It's strange and it's hard to listen to because it's sweeping so fast in your ear. And like if Andrew was asking me questions with the headphones on and I respond back to him. At first, it does sound coincidental, but then there's some questions that you do ask, and you ask twice or even 3 times, and you get the same response.
Yeah, you confirm it.
It's pretty freaking weird. I think that's probably the best time I had when we were doing that.
Look, I don't think I could do less than 2 people in a room on an investigation, just because whenever I went to Post Town, whenever I was in high school, because we stayed the night there because we were young, stupid teenage kids. They all, I mean, I'm a big dude. I can't run fast. I was with 4 skinny dudes. Like, they just was like, all right, we're going to run away from Corey. And I did not like that place at all, dude. The boiler room, not good. Not good energy, nothing. That was weird. The boiler room at Post Town has this chair in the back of it that's facing the wall. I don't know the context behind it. I didn't go in deep enough to read the notebook next to it. So that didn't feel right. And then the lunchroom was horrifying. The lunchroom was probably the scariest thing there, honestly. The gym. The gym was weird because there's a wheelchair in the gym of the Post Town Elementary School. And it was like slightly moving left and right.
What do you mean?
The wheelchair. It's like, you know, if you sit in a wheelchair and you do this and you turn left and right.
Yeah.
So that wheelchair was like pivoting, kind of like left and right in the middle of the gym. And we weren't on an investigation. We were just chilling.
The Sorg Opera House is a freaky place. Sorg Opera House.
Yeah, they won't get back to me.
Yeah, that's a place that we need to get.
I've sent like 4 or 5 emails to them.
Nothing.
But the thing that Post Town does that I don't like
Is up their price?
Well, I didn't have to pay because I was friends with the people that owns it, grandson or whatever, so we all got in for free. But the thing that I didn't like about it is they set up purposefully scary stuff around corners and stuff like that. You know, like baby doll heads and things hanging from the stairs.
Just to scare you.
Just to add to the atmosphere, which I feel like if they took that away, it would make it scarier in a way. You know, like in a natural scary sense, because like they're purposely trying to add fear to the element of being in there. Where if you take that away, then like the fear you get is more authentic and it feels more natural because it's an actual feeling of dread or something that takes over you. Because the story with the Post Town Elementary School is that train track that's behind it. Apparently it derailed at some point and killed like 11 people back behind the school, if I'm correct. But I know there was like a train derailment back there, way back in the day.
Now, have you been inside of the actual opera house, Andrew?
No.
Not the Sorg. Well, so the opera house itself, dude. I went there with my brother Bobby, and he used to do backyard wrestling there all the time. So like, I got to go downstairs, get on the stage. Even Rick even said that he used to get on backstage and stuff. Dude, I used to hang out there all the time. And that is the dressing room was under the stage. I remember that. And dude, that place itself is just terrifying, and it's just falling apart. So that'd be hopefully a future investigation.
So did the guy you met, Andrew, say that he had any good experiences where you're at? Or was it just like, good luck, this place sucks?
Yeah. He said something about the little girl in the hallway. But yeah, he's been here a couple times with Nick. And he said there was times where he's swept the chip paints off the walls and come back 5 to 6 hours later, and everything he swept up be back on the ground again.
Really?
With, not like wind blowing through here or nothing. It's colder than Satan's mom's
butthole.
Yeah, it's about 29 degrees in here.
Really?
Yeah, it's very cold. There's snow
weird,
on the ground outside and shit.
Warm out.
Jeez.
All thing. It shouldn't be below freezing in there. That's kind of weird. Did he say anything about his equipment dying?
Yeah, do it, Heather.
When I messaged him, he said that it's very unusual for equipment to die here. That a lot of it's just EVPs and spirit box, and that I needed to come bonded with my spirit box and whatnot.
So how do
Which I understand. I have to actually learn how to use it and have the energy to use it, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not like I'm in here with negative energy or anything. I'm literally here to get answers. It might be a dead night, you know. The veil might not be thin enough for them to come across.
What's the veil?
So the veil is believed to be the thing that keeps us separate from the spirit world. That's why you have the 3 a.m. witch haunting hour or 2 a.m. haunting witch hour or whatever. That's when the veil's the thinnest and the spirits can actually come out into the human world.
So how long are you staying there?
An hour and 45 minutes.
Longer than another hour and 45?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here since 6.
It would be nice to be there at that 3 a.m. period though.
Well, I don't know if I absolutely agree with the haunting witch hour.
Why not?
I believe that if something's haunted and spirits are strong enough that they can be spirits all
And
day long.
ideally the spirits that are there should be negative energy, right? Because of some of, well, not all, but I would imagine majority, because it is a prison and a lot of bad people were there.
I don't necessarily think that. I still don't understand that aspect of the paranormal as to why they stay where they're at. There's only been 4 confirmed deaths in here since the 1800s. 3 were by suicide. 1 is undetermined, as in they don't know why he died or why
So they
they
never
died.
held executions or anything in that prison.
No, they've had riots. They had a couple riots throughout the years. They've had escapees throughout the years. They shut down officially in 2014. But the only 4 confirmed deaths were the ones they told me about. There was a 14-year-old locked up in here for a murder of 2 people. He killed 2 people for their car to make it to his orthodontist appointment. Believe it or not, that's actually in the paper. I'll have that posted on the yeah.
Hey, so Heather just said, I see area 2, someone mopping up blood.
What?
That's what she said.
So the 2 cell blocks that are down here are just drunk tanks. That's where they put people in for a couple days and just let them go. They didn't tell me where the suicides were or where that one guy was that died. But upstairs you have 3 cells for segregation.
What's up, babe?
Or two cells for seg. So 1 person per cell.
Really?
And then you have the women's quarters, which wasn't even a women's quarters back in the day or during those murders or during the suicides, because women were not allowed in this. This wasn't a co-ed facility until late 90s or late 1900s or something like that. But none of them died, as far as I know.
What I'm looking up right now about the place that you're at, which is Williams County Jail in Bryan Street in Bryan, Ohio. The location is 218 West Bryan Street, Bryan, Ohio, right?
Possibly, but the new jail is right here too.
I can't see.
Well, I can't either. It's dark outside.
No, you
No,
turn
your
you turn the
camera's
camera
gone.
off.
Yeah, I'm going to check the address.
That's 218. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's 216 West Bryan. 218 is where the new jail is.
Okay.
That's what I literally just said, but I mean, I could have been wrong.
Well, it says the paranormal activity list is poltergeist activity, solitary confinement. It's a hallway, has very heavy and intense feel to it. People have felt dizzy and mentally off.
I when I did enter Seg just a second ago when we were doing the spirit box.
Hey, thank you,
session before
Creepy.
everything
Appreciate
died.
it so much for all the
I'm
gifts.
talking.
I was thinking somebody.
I was talking. Before everything died, I did feel unbalanced when I entered Seg, and the cell that I had went into was where the couple murderers were locked
Okay.
in. They have their names on the walls, which I'll have pictures and everything posted up.
Cool.
Uh,
And all those pictures would be on the Undiscovered Paranormal.
The Undiscovered Paranormal, yes.
And then we'll also share it through the 13th podcast, show everybody what we're talking about. And if you guys haven't shot a follow to us yet, shoot us a follow and we'll follow you back immediately. And then it says an old sheriff still roams the hallways.
There has been belief of that, but I have not found any evidence of it. A lot of the investigators that's been here hasn't said there was a sheriff. There might have been the
Hey,
sheriff's
thank you so much
daughter
for the gift.
roaming the halls.
Is that the little girl you were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
So who's this little girl?
I literally just said I don't know. It possibly could be the sheriff's daughter.
Okay, and then former inmates have been seen and heard?
Mm.
No.
I haven't heard nothing.
Well, that's all.
When we first started, when I was testing out the spirit box, which of course I wasn't recording yet, Cheyenne's name came through it a couple times, and then another one was murdered. But,
Demon.
and Demon was the first clear one that came through.
That's scary.
Did you record those?
I didn't. I wasn't even recording. I didn't have none of the equipment.
You were just
out.
testing.
I just wanted to see how it worked. I was
You were
testing it
testing.
out. Turned it on. I said, "Is this bad?" And he was like, "Demon." I was like, "Fuck." But where I was standing see if I can flip this. Dumbass piece of shit. I was standing right here, which is where the whatever this is, central booking, and down here where it said demon on the spirit box, you've got bones of animals and river of bones, like bones that were found in the river. Jesus pee, more bones that were found in the river. It's weird shit, dude. Like ritualistic bones, possibly. They didn't give me an explanation on it, but it was weird. And of course, right next to the Ouija board.
Yeah.
And this that an inmate made.
Ew.
And then this guy,
Mustache.
which is, I don't know who that is.
So is it pretty quiet there?
It is dead quiet now that the so how this jail was built, on the other side of me, on the other side of this wall over here, and on the other side of central booking, goes into the sheriff's residence. So where he lived, he had the house built for him, had the inmates go downstairs in the basement, paint a mural for him and everything. I guess it's very beautiful. But somebody bought that house and now it's rented out to somebody. So of course you've got tampering of evidence from loud ass people banging on shit because they're, dumbasses. But it is what it is.
Huh. Well, dude, I
don't know.
It's okay, Heather. So since we've been talking, have you guys been hearing anything?
No.
Not a single thing.
No, it's very, very quiet. The only thing you ever hear is paint chips falling or a train going by. Because it's Ohio, why not have trains every fucking where?
That's the truth. That's wild, man. So you think you're gonna... Huh?
Or the neighbors are banging on the walls doing their bullshit.
And you can hear them.
Yeah, 100%. Laughing, playing, dicking around.
That's so weird. For a place to be like that right next to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't live there.
It's connected.
It's actually connected. There used to be a door to walk across the hallway to his house when it was the sheriff's house.
Yeah. Oh, old man Rick says, speaking of trains, I live in Carlisle. There's trains everywhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's hard to find a place without a train in a couple mile radius from your place.
Miamisburg, where I'm at. Well, up
You
where
have
I'm
trains fairly close.
at. Very, very close. Well, dude, Andrew, what do you think you're gonna get out of this tonight when it comes to the paranormal? Answers, or I wasted my time? Experience.
It's experience. It's not a waste of time.
Cool.
The
Now
only waste of time I had was at Old Whitey's Tavern.
that was a waste.
That was a huge waste.
It was fun, but it was a waste. I think the woods part was the best part.
Yeah, just the photo shoot.
Dude, I'm telling you, we need to investigate Atlas.
Atlas is just too loud.
If they ever shut down. But genuinely, an investigation place local to us has to be the house that Dr. Psychos is built in.
Yes.
We have to find a way to get through to somebody over there at land because that place is genuinely freaky. There's a Ouija board we can play around with. I mean, by we, I mean you three, because I'm not.
Dude, I'm all about it. I'm going to play with it.
I'm not.
You're not going to play
Dude,
with it?
I don't believe it.
I don't like that Ouija board shit. It's weird.
It's just, this is the way I see it. It's not worth it if it is real, and I'm not doing any harm.
But you'll get answers.
I don't want answers from negative energy, demon, ghost, oogie boogie.
So Rick said he's experienced so much shit in that house.
Oh yeah,
I believe it, Rick.
just going in there is a trip alone. Despite it being a haunted attraction, being in there with the lights on and everything not working, like haunted wise, it's still such a weird feeling. That area of the doll room where the bathtub is probably the freakiest place in the
Slacks
whole house.
says, "What's up, Andrew?"
I don't know who that is.
Well, dude, I honestly, dude,
There's no running water here.
Huh?
There's no running water.
There's none?
No.
Water flowing like waves. Yeah, dude, I hope you capture something tonight. So all your equipment's dead, even your little generator?
No. It's charging it.
Good. So with this hour and 45 minutes left, obviously probably... What's up, Alex Craft? I see things. Babe, what do you mean?
Is that the medium?
No, that's Heather said running water flowing like waves. What's that mean? Like metaphorically.
Oh, dude. Dude, the coolest thing is driving up here, right? So if you're driving up the north, dude, it's insane. It's literal God's country coming up here. It's nothing but flat ass land.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful up here, beautiful pastures. And she goes, "Hey, look, cows!" Because it's all wheat and grain up here. There's no livestock really because of how cold it is, and livestock don't have a lot of money in it compared to wheat and grain. And there's a cow, and I roll my windows down like I always do, and I go moo, and this cow is literally like a fire hydrant out its pee hole, just pissing like it shits, dude. And it was the craziest thing I had ever seen. I've never seen a cow piss, I guess. On all the farms I've worked on, I have never seen a cow piss like this before. And I mean, it was a literal fire hydrant. It looked like a fireman took a fire hose off his fire truck and pissed out water. It was crazier than fuck. I was like, holy shit. That is the ultimate squirt right there. That would fill up a waterbed. A king-size waterbed at that. And it was crystal clear. It was like, damn, that cow is healthy. You go, you big bitch. Can't wait to eat that meat later.
No.
But Father John, who owns this microbrewery, dude, he sells bison steak. Have you ever had bison before?
I have. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh my God, it's the best meat I've ever had in my mouth.
I thought that was mine.
No, it's not that nice. Bison meat has got to be the best meat I've ever had in my mouth, and that's all he sells is bison burger, bison steak. It's a whole thing. So it's not just a microbrewery. It's an actual restaurant. It's a hotel. It's a microbrewery. It's a sanctuary for relics for the, religions of around the world. It's
We need
crazy.
to get in contact with this Father John guy.
Oh.
I've got contact with him. It's $500. $500 and I think it's 200,000 square feet. It's almost as big as OSR.
Really?
That's a lot of ground, dude.
Worth it though. The bigger the
We
better.
can't cover 200,000 square feet. Are you crazy, Arthur?
Watch me.
We're gonna need quads.
Worth it. Heather just said, I was at a Job Corp in Virginia, and I had this bad spirit attached to me. He tried grabbing me, and I was able to feel his hand even though it was a shadow. Do you believe that, we're all skeptics, guys. Do you believe that, people can feel, spirits, Andrew?
If they have enough energy, yes. If the spirit has enough energy.
Heather's the medium, though, right?
Heather's a medium. Now, how do you... Where we had this conversation with the Paranormal Reality TV, maybe it was just when I was watching their live stream. Do you believe that entities can attach themselves to an unknown object?
They don't.
You don't think so?
They do not attach themselves to an unknown object.
Like an artifact or something?
They use it. They use it as a they can't physically attach to it and possess it like everybody thinks they did with the Annabelle doll. And if you actually go back through the Conjurings, it literally says what that demon is doing. It's using it as a decoy for, in layman terms, it uses it as a decoy to attach itself to you or the host.
Does that mean them having that doll locked in that thing is actually
What's up, Michael?
nothing to protect you from that demon?
According to research, what it is locked behind has been blessed and is blessed at least 3 times a week. And supposedly that will keep it from
Thank you, Michael.
Disengaging from the doll or leaving that place, leaving where it's locked in. But there's also artifacts in there that keep it, like relics in there that keep it there, like crosses and I don't know. I'd have to go back through it to see.
I think Ed and Lorraine Warren were just some of the greatest con artists.
100%. Albert doing absolutely amazing, man. I don't believe Ed and Lorraine were real with their stuff.
Wasn't the whole thing with Ed, he was a painter, and they would paint these paranormal scenes or something like that, and then sell these paintings? Wasn't there something along those lines, like out of the Conjuring universe movies, right? Because obviously that's all like blown up to proportion, but in the real world, whenever they were doing it, wasn't it? I think it was all just a scheme, really. I saw a really good YouTube video as to why they were con artists, and it made a lot of sense. But I don't know where you stand with Ed and Lorraine Warren, Andrew.
I believe that they were legit.
Okay.
The thing with me and medium, I don't believe in mediumship. I think they're all fakes and they're just out to get your money, and tell you bullshit. To be honest.
Hey, dude, you're real as fuck. Send it.
No, it's just I don't know.
See you later, Rick.
Aspects of the medium world that doesn't make sense, and
you think it's not supposed to, since you're not a medium?
I would say that, but what makes you a medium?
I think you have to be a medium.
I can say I've seen this person. I can say your grandma died and told me to say hi to you. I mean,
so
to me,
here's the reason.
Check game.
Here's the reason I believe, right? So my stepmom Leslie has a cousin who never met my grandma, who passed away.
No, that's why it's kind of like a push and pull kind of situation. There's some things that are believable like that, but then again, there's other things that it's not that I don't believe that mediums are not real. I just believe that mediums pull a lot of shit out of their ass.
They know what to ask.
They know how to con you into asking questions.
Yeah.
I think some are legit. I think some have actually done the research and are real.
If you believe in Ed and Lorraine, wasn't Lorraine a medium?
She was a medium, but I believed in their cases, not her mediumship. So like the not deliver us from evil, but the devil made me do it. The one that they did in Germany. I can't remember the little boy or the girl's name that it happened to, but it's just do the research on the investigations that were not publicized, and that would make you believe. Compared to like the Conjuring movies or Annabelle.
Well, it's like when you go into an investigation, knowing what's going to happen, it's like, okay, it's believable, but then in the back of your head, well, maybe it's something else. But if you go into an unknown place, yeah, if you go into an unknown place that you have no idea what this place is, and then all of a sudden something happens, how do you debunk it?
You don't. It just goes unexplained.
That's so crazy. We've learned so far in this paranormal stuff is it's crazy. It's nuts.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of conning in this paranormal investigating, and that's one of the reasons why I've been so wanting to do it, so I could get away from the cons and actually make the content that wasn't con.
The stuff that's real.
Yeah, I wanted the real shit. You know, like, if I tell you to use my energy as an antenna to go through that spirit box, according to every fucking paranormal enthusiast in the world, they should be using my energy to do that. Tonight they haven't. I haven't felt like possessed. I haven't felt nobody touch me. I think there was a rock thrown at me earlier, but it could be the building falling apart.
I don't know, man.
So, I mean, it's just a lot of undiscovered and unexplained shit that I don't even think actual paranormal investigators will do. I mean, if you go back to our episode with the paranormal reality TV, they literally said we would sit at locations 4 to 6 weeks because there was nothing going on, and we would only put stuff on the TV that actually happened.
Oh, yeah, when they were doing Ghost Hunters.
To me, that says that nothing ever happened. We edited some shit for 4 to 6 weeks to make it believable and just put it all in a time crunch video for you guys to watch and believe. And now, I'm not saying that paranormal things don't happen out there. I'm still a huge believer in the paranormal. I'm not a huge believer in the paranormal investigators of this day.
Like Ghost Theory and what are those other brothers' name?
I like Ghost Theory. Sam and Kobe are bullshitters. Paranormal Files, he's okay, but
he explains too much,
which is a good thing in a way. But the problem with him is he puts all the history in one video. I'm going to be the one that's going to split it off into 2 or 3, and you're going to watch 2 to 3, or you're not going to see shit. I don't care, right? It's just like the brothers in the UK, they're believable, but what they are is they're urbex, or they're urban explorers. They just explore abandoned buildings and end up finding paranormal things, right? It's the devices that have came out and the editing software that has came out has made the paranormal so much more unbelievable than it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I gotta say, Zach Bagans is a little too much and a little too princessy, but I like his shit. I like it over Taps.
Hey, Andrew. Brooklyn from chat, she asked you, how do you feel about the show Dead Files?
Haven't seen them.
Haven't seen them either.
Me 3.
Is that Nick Groff's new show?
It might be. I don't know. Dead.
But I've also found in the paranormal world, you can find the people that want to be just on TV and tell you bullshit, and you can find the people that are legit, that are like actually make these devices and don't give a shit about the TV aspect. They want the paranormal aspect of it.
Yeah,
and
I'll see videos like that all on like YouTube all the time. I'll see videos like Sam and Colby shit, and I'm like, this is clearly just for TV.
Yeah, and I mean, they've made it on the Joe Rogan podcast. They've made it on news networks.
That's the thing. It's because they're doing it for the numbers, not the reality.
They've blowed up, yeah. They
And
knew
it's-
how to do it
Sam
their
and
way.
Colby are
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
they aren't really for the paranormal. It's for
They're entertainers.
girls like
I got to scratch
over
down my
here
neck.
who be fangirling over these.
She likes Sam and Colby.
Are you a Sam and Colby girly?
Lesbian.
Yeah. That's okay. You got Salami Corey. Salami.
Said that.
Ain't no way. I just said a digital footprint. It's a real thing, and my digital footprint is fucked.
Yeah, they're not recovering from that one, but
Bro, are you recovered?
I think in general, when it comes to the paranormal, man, it can be fake or it can be real. Depending
Well,
on
the
how
problem now is the internet is such a thing, and people can lie. And
yeah.
humans
majorly.
lie.
Babe says that she's real. Or he.
Who's
I don't know.
That's good.
But-
Like Babe as in Soldier Boy babes?
No, just Babe.
no babe? What?
Babe.
Babe.
B-A-B-E?
Babe.
What's his number?
He'll probably post it here in a second.
Oh, Lord.
Andrew, so you only have probably maybe less than almost an hour.
I got an hour and 15. Actually, the guy said, stay here as long as you want. Just make sure you shut the door behind you. I was like, okay.
How long you plan on staying?
Probably not. It's all bullshit.
You think so?
UFOs are real.
Aliens
Clip it.
are real.
Clip
Yeah.
Highlight.
Yeah.
I highlighted
Andrew,
that.
finally on the
I kept that.
extraterrestrial.
What's making you think that? That it's BS. That
The
nothing.
internet.
The internet. Look at this guy. Other than that, man, you have an hour and 15 minutes left. You enjoy the next hour and 15.
I tried to fart on the shit myself.
I knew it.
You,
I
you,
got no toilet shit in.
you enjoy the next hour and 15 minutes.
I have to pee.
Go pee.
I'm really hungry, too.
You almost you're
Get you
almost
some
there.
White Castle.
Can you bring me something?
Yeah, two almost 3 hours away from us.
Doable.
Is there no fast food around you at all?
No, there is nothing open.
Not even like a 24-hour McDonald's?
There might be a McDonald's. I don't know. I didn't see. Oh, no, there is one up the road
There you go.
by Walmart.
There you go. Well, Andrew, we're going to hop off here. You enjoy the hour and 15 minutes. You get all the pictures you can so we can show everybody on Instagram. And, dude, just enjoy the hell out of it. And hopefully you catch something.
Andrew, just take all your clothes off and set your phone up down the hallway and run from one cell to the other real quick.
I thought about that.
You need to.
I was going to record it and send it to the police and say if I can get publicly hanged next.
Oh my god.
All right, y'all. You guys have a good one.
All right, love you, buddy.
TikTok has been real. Thanks for banning me 15 times. It's amazing. I would be live on my TikTok, but saying some usernames just gets you banned.
You got banned again?
Yeah, for saying a username.
Don't say it, though.
Please.
No, you're done.
No. It's big.
Dude, I can't with him. I can't with him, dude.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to kick him, but I had to.
I want to hear the rest of it. now.
We'll probably hear it. But oh, dude, it sucks too because it's like you build this hype up for so much to go on this paranormal investigation and nothing happens, and it's like, man, what do you do?
Part of me wants to believe it's just the ghost trolling. Like, yeah, right. You ain't farming me for content, buddy.
That's the way I look at it, dude. It's like when you and I walked. What was that place called?
Woodland Cemetery.
Woodland Cemetery.
The Wright brothers are buried.
Yeah, we walked around. We felt some stuff. We got some.
Yeah.
We got some like EVPs and not EVPs.
It's on the list of. I think it's in the top 10 most haunted places in Ohio.
Yeah.
Definitely some action around the Wright brothers.
These things are great.
Arthur, your house is on.
It is at yellow right now, which is kind of weird.
It was at red for 5 seconds.
We're not going to bring up how Arthur's house is haunted because he almost traumatized his child.
I did traumatize him.
That's terrible.
Has he brought it up since?
The doorman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a man in his wall.
Every night.
I'm not talking about the video of you hanging above the door. I'm talking about whenever you was like the knocking in the walls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a man in his closet that knocks on the walls. Because of me. Just because I'm making content and he wanted to see what my videos were about. All right.
Maybe don't?
What, dude, I didn't really think it was... I didn't think it was that scary. The video...
He's a child.
He's a child. That's the thing. It didn't look scary. And then all of a sudden I showed him that video and he's like... Dude, it was over.
And not only... It doesn't make it any better that you were literally...
Listen, dude, I messed up.
His wall.
I messed up. And I shouldn't have said that there was a man in the wall knocking.
He's not gonna be able to sleep, dude.
No, this was a while ago. This was a solid like 3 months ago.
And he still talks about it. I messed up. Other than that, guys, you have anything to say about this podcast? This show,
About
this
tonight's
episode?
Not really. We got a whole lore dump from Andrew, which was cool.
Yeah, that was needed.
He was definitely well researched on his location, but it does suck that nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yet he still has an hour. A lot can happen in an hour.
A lot. Other than that, Jacob, do you have anything?
Nope.
You have nothing at all. Nothing. Me neither. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys that are sticking in. This was technically our most viewed podcast. People sent 30 coins, well, 30 gifts, which was awesome tonight. First ever for the 13th podcast. And then the people that stuck around the whole entire time, we appreciate you so much. We will continue to... Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. That was our first follow tonight. We appreciate you guys. If you guys want to check us out, we are on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We are the 13th podcast.
Keep an eye out for a future possible reaction channel.
Yeah. We're going to start reacting to music videos and stuff. Me and Skids, because we just love metal a lot. We don't got a name for it yet, but it'll be fun. Just something to venture off. So definitely look that up when it comes out. And then other than that, guys, the chat that stayed in the whole entire time, you fucking awesome. You're amazing. We are the 13th podcast. You got Andrew, you got Jacob, you got Corey, and then you got Mortis. And we are the 13th podcast, and it's not fun if it's not scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you refer to yourself as Mortis, I just picture you as a frog wearing a wizard hat.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
Nah, dude, your character is genuinely terrifying. Like, if I still was afraid of haunted